diamond-covered Rolls Royces, $33 million Ferraris, and from there, it only gets crazier. These are the most expensive cars of soccer players.
Absolutely outstanding!
And you can't bring up spending millions without mentioning my boy Aubameyang. Not only were his cars expensive, they were controversial too. See, in his 14 years of pro football, he's racked up over $80 million. And I swear this man spent every cent on his whips. Dude's literally got solid gold Lamborghinis, an R8, Range Rover, and a Porsche. But nothing compares to his $2 million masterpiece.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Dude's looking like he's living GTA in real life. This LaFerrari comes with a V12 engine, has a top speed of 220 miles per hour, and can go 0 to 124 faster than you can watch a TikTok. Now, personally, I thought the paint job was pretty crispy, but his fans, they were pissed. It's pretty known in the car community to keep a LaFerrari the traditional red. So when Aubameyang took to Instagram and posted his pearlescent chrome, got his ass roasted. People were saying things like, I didn't think ruining a LaFerrari was possible, and that it looked like a little kid picked his paint job. But Aubameyang responded exactly how you'd expect, saying,
Hate me or love me, we don't give a fuck.
And he made sure to surprise his haters with something special. He got his $300,000 Lamborghini Huracan wrapped the exact same way. Then he let all the trolls know that to live like him, they'd need a cheat code. Now with a garage filled up like this, I didn't think you could top it. But then I found out, Neymar, he has cars that literally nobody else in the entire world can buy. Yeah, see, he makes around $100 million every single year. And there's nothing he loves blowing a bag on more than his car collection. But what's crazy is, Neymar's so known for his whips, he can't even drive down the street without a crowd running after him. Just look at this. People are literally about to get ran over just to take a picture of him. Ridiculous. So, you'd think Neymar would cop a car that would blend in or just Uber everywhere, right? Well, back in 2019, right after he signed a $200 million deal, he decided Audis, Ferraris, Bugattis, they just weren't flashy or expensive enough. He wanted something that nobody could buy. And that's when he found a $4.5 million supercar he couldn't live without.
Yeah, they just wanna see me in the grave. Come out the law in the rave. Oh no, I can't wait. You can read what you saw in the day. I was down, I'm up.
This thing looks like a damn spaceship. This Lamborghini Veneno has a V12 engine, can go 221 miles per hour, and there's only 5 of these in the entire world. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure he won't get recognized driving this down the street. But you wanna know what's crazier than that? It's not even the fastest car he owns. Later that year, Neymar decided it was necessary to spend a few more million because $4 million on a single car, it didn't dent his bank account enough, so he had to level up.
I'm about to make him disappear. I don't wanna see no tears. This is only the beginning. Losing is my only fear. Taking time away from my peers.
Are you seeing this? Thing looks like it might transform and fly away. His Lycan Hypersport came with a twin-turbo F6 engine, 780 horsepower, and can go 245 miles per hour. I'd like to see a cop try and pull this thing over. There's a reason they put his car in Fast and Furious. Now, $8 million on 2 cars? Things don't get crazier than that, right? Well, Lionel Messi's cars cost him $50 million, and one of his cars is literally illegal. See, Messi's been known for his Audis and Maseratis, but in 2015, after he won the Ballon d'Or, he decided to spend $2 million to celebrate. And with that, he bought one of the rarest cars in the entire world. Now, I don't know what it is about these soccer players, man, but I feel like they played a little too much Need for Speed growing up. They're getting cars straight out of a video game. Messi's Pagani Roadster has a V12 engine, 6-speed transmission, and can go 208 miles per hour. That's literally fast enough for a plane to take off. Now, I don't know what Messi's running from, but I don't want to find out. Now, as happy as Messi was when he bought it, as soon as he drove it off the lot, cops pulled him over for not dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. Yeah, you will literally get arrested if you don't subscribe. So what are you doing? But they also told him his car's so dangerous, it's not even allowed on the road. Yeah, I just hope he can get his money back. Otherwise, he spent $2 million for nothing. But do the math. He's still got $48 million of whips in his garage. And more than half of that was on a single car. See, back in 2016, Messi got an anonymous tip that the owner of his dream car was finally selling it. So he dropped everything, raced to his private jet, and flew to the car's auction in Paris. But there was one huge problem. Cristiano Ronaldo. See, before Messi's plane landed, Ronaldo offered millions to the dealer to buy the car himself, just so he could pull up to El Clasico in Messi's dream car. I guess the rivalry on the field just wasn't enough. But the auction house knew Messi was on his way and wanted to give him a shot at making a better offer. So when Messi showed up, the two battled it out, made their bids, and things got pretty heated. Neither of them were trying to leave without this car, but eventually, the price got a little out of Ronaldo's budget, and for the first time in his career, he accepted defeat. That day, Messi became a champion again, but this time, the trophy cost him $33 million. Yeah, all that for a 1950. I'm making YouTube videos. Now, Ronaldo didn't let the defeat get to him. After all, he's already got over $22 million in cars. I'm talking he's got so many, he literally lost count.
How many cars do you have right now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hold up. You mean to tell me he doesn't even know what's in his garage? Ridiculous. Now what's crazy is, half the money he spent was on his Bugatti collection. Back in my day, people collected baseball cards. This dude collects $1 million cars and forgets about them. What? See, in 2016, he spent $2 million to go 253 miles an hour in his all-black Bugatti Veyron. And just a year later, he spent another $3 million on a silver and black Bugatti Chiron. This time, with customized CR7 headrests on the seats, his logo on the left-hand side, and Ronaldo got so much attention for buying this, the company wanted him to become the face of their brand. Now, with Ronaldo already copping 2 Bugattis, is it really a surprise that in 2020, when Bugatti released their rarest car yet, Ronaldo was first in line? Yeah, he decided there was no way he could live with himself if he didn't spend $12 million on this.
Took the wife Lazarati that's peak at the spice the color Murray that's me. My advice off the order I seen. Christ alone, he don't promise you. Don't say that. You know that man don't pay that. Trying to stunt in your rentals. I too wanna cry at him.
Man, I thought my Toyota Camry was fast. Ronaldo's not playing. His all-white Bugatti Cento Dieci came with an 8-liter W16 engine and can go 236 miles per hour. Not to mention, there's only 10 of this car in the entire world. Now, even though Ronaldo spent $17 million just on Bugattis, he spent even more millions on cars for a rainy day. Back in 2019, after winning the Serie A championship, Ronaldo wanted to spend some millions to celebrate. And that's when he spent over $900,000 on a limited edition McLaren Senna. It came with a twin-turbo V8 engine and was designed to look like a shark. So, just like Ronaldo always does, as soon as he bought it, he had to flex it to his 200 million followers on Instagram. Now, what's crazy is, Ronaldo only meant to flex the McLaren. He didn't even realize that 2 of his $400,000 Rolls Royces would pop up in the frame. But yeah, Ronaldo's also a big fan of those cars as well. He's been spotted in an all-white Rolls Royce Cullinan and another all-white Phantom. So he's not always in cars that can go 5 times the speed limit. But speaking of cars that go over 200 miles an hour, what would a car collection be without a couple Lamborghinis? And as you could have guessed, those are some of Ronaldo's favorites. He spent over $300,000 twice on Lamborghini Aventadors. One all white and another all black. But this car might be something he regrets. I think from now on Ronaldo should just Uber, man. This dude's crashed Lamborghinis, Paganis. It's costed him millions. But worst of all, one accident nearly ended his career. Damn. I'm just glad Ronaldo turned out okay, because this could have been a way more devastating situation. And we all can learn something from this. It's that if an almost billionaire's life can nearly be taken in a split second, no amount of money or fame makes anybody invincible. And it proves that none of us should be speeding either. And if we all come together and just be a little more aware, it can truly make the world a safer place. And there's also one soccer player who not only learned from Ronaldo's mistakes, but from his own as well. See, David Beckham was an all-time great player, so it's no surprise he had a garage filled with Ferraris, Lambos, Porsches, and McLarens. But because of a speeding incident in 2018, Beckham vowed to not only change his ways, but to change the world. See, Beckham was caught whipping a Bentley 59-40, which doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But this wasn't his first incident. So when police officers caught him this time, they didn't take the situation lightly. I mean, they literally wanted to take away his license for good. But Beckham's lawyer, Nick Freeman, wasn't gonna let that happen under one condition. He wanted Beckham to give up his fast and furious ways and hire a personal driver. Now, Beckham thought long and hard about this. I mean, he had a garage filled with supercars that could go 200 miles per hour. The adrenaline from going that fast was forever in his DNA. But after all, it was bigger than himself. He didn't have much of a choice. He was honestly risking more than his own life out there. And what type of role model would he be if he didn't learn from this mistake? So he looked at this and honestly, he took it as a blessing. I mean, everybody just wanted to see him become a better person, and he realized that. So Beckham looked at this as an opportunity to inspire each and every one of his fans, and he agreed to his lawyer's terms, hired a personal chauffeur, and nowadays, whenever you see that Rolls Royce or Bentley pulling up in his Beverly Hills neighborhood, he's in the back seat, but at least he's alive and can continue inspiring the world. See, it's not all about the cars, it's about what you do with them. And every car in his garage should inspire you to become the best version of your own self.